sliding slow, sunset on the screen, CNS travel, Eddie Lugo on the scene. Chat lights up, we loading up the stream. Passport open, big plans, big dreams. From shorelines out to the studio glow, we dive in together.
So slow, they kiss the sand. I hold my camera steady hand. Dreams and pixels.
All right, we are live. Hello, hello, hello.
Jumping into the deep
Hey friends, it's Tricia. Welcome to my channel.
Lights on, the lens, we ascend. Oh
It's still Taco Tuesday, Eddie. I knew you liked that one so much from last week. I had to put it back in there this week. Add a little more flair on it.
Thank you for bringing it up. Okay. I saw that and I go, son of a gun. You got me good. And I would like to make a point that Tricia seemed very scared the first time when she goes, "Oh, yeah, we're live." And then the next one, she's like, "Let's go!" God darn it!
That's exactly what I was going to say. You see, just those two little clips right there.
Yep. How
much growth she had and how much more comfortable she felt after that first one or so.
Yep.
Yeah, the first one.
And I didn't realize that your cartoonish thumbnail moved around. I'm like, wow, nice.
I didn't either. I was impressed.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do it.
That makes the two of us. Very good. That has something to do with somebody over here then.
Well, I kept playing around with another one. Actually, the one that you got where the Sunday coffee thing was all of you up there. And I kept doing that and having it move around, and it was doing different things. But for some reason, Chris, it was fine. Rick was fine. But y'all two, it kept changing y'all around. Y'all would pick your cups up and kind of hold them up. And when you brought it back, Eddie was somebody completely different. Trish, it turned her into a man. And then I got that one where it won't turn her into a man, and it was somebody completely different. It won't Eddie. And then it turned Eddie into a woman. She stood up and had on a dress. And I said, well, I'm done with that one. We ain't messing with that one.
That's awesome.
I didn't want to let too many secrets out of Eddie's bag. So
you ready?
So this
is now part of growing the channel, all right?
That's
skip all that
after party on Saturday nights. So.
Maybe my old days.
There you go. Back when you were doing filming videos.
Disco.
So, let's see who we got. A few folks in here with us now. Let's see who we got here. We got Danny's in. Says she's got 1,000 subs now. So congratulations, Danny.
And
Keith Wakeview Travels is here.
So, Mr. Keith, how you doing?
Nicole. Somebody's excited to see Nicole there.
Lucy's very excited.
Hey, look, we got Tricia here. Hey, Trish.
Who that?
Let's see. Laughing all over there. They're saying Tricia's amazing. Let's see, we got this fella here, this Uncle Dave.
Yeah, Uncle Dave, you haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, just wait. It's just getting started.
Just wait till the unhinged cruise next year.
Excuse you?
Right? That's part of why it's unhinged.
Just saying.
So,
Oy vey.
Yeah. Em just popping in. Hey, Em. Hope you're doing good tonight. Appreciate you coming in. Everybody coming in so Trish can tell them how to grow their channel here in a little while and all the secrets and
all the secrets.
all the behind the scenes things she's got going on. So I did put pinned a question in my chat for everybody that what has helped their YouTube channel grow the most, and drop that in the comments. What's helped them the most? So we can see if somebody else has got a secret in there somewhere that we don't know about.
Yeah, for sure.
We always use them little secrets. I don't have enough alcohol for the way the show's going already.
He has 2 16-count packs in the fridge. So, no, wait a minute. That's over at Lisa's house. Oops.
Yeah, that's in Florida.
Oops.
Yeah. He's trying not to drink so much till he gets down there, I reckon. Take a little break.
He's giving the liver a rest.
Yeah.
I don't think he has to.
Trish, spill the tea.
Yeah, spill the tea.
Yep. Keep his Friday good.
Lord. So, well, cool deal. Well, tonight we're going to talk about some of the real challenges for growing a YouTube channel, some of the things that actually work, some of the lessons that, we've learned, Tricia's learned, she's learning. As long as you stay in YouTube and doing videos and lives and everything, you're going to continue to learn because it's going to continue to change and continue to evolve. Once you think you got something figured out, somebody's going to update something and change it all around. So, so you got to always be looking and learning and trying to figure out the new thing that's coming along. I guess start with Tricia. What made you start a YouTube channel?
This I want to hear because right from the beginning, what the hell got you involved in this?
What were you thinking? It really started off on Facebook, and that was where I was primarily active. I do a lot of bookish things over on Facebook. I run a book group on Facebook with a couple of friends. Well, there's 5 of us now running it. Started out with 3 of us, and now we're up to 5. But and it's a pretty large community. And we had done Facebook Lives, and we had done Zoom calls where we did book discussions. So I was somewhat familiar with and comfortable with being in front of a camera as far as that is concerned. But a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, I came home from my first cruise and was absolutely hooked. And so, of course, I'm uploading everything to Facebook because that's the world I knew. Rarely ever was on YouTube. Started watching YouTube in preparation for that first cruise, May of last year. Started learning about different creators, who different people were. I mean, Lalito Loca was one of the first ones that I'd seen. Can't think of the name of the channel, but Ilana from
Down on Their Cruisers.
Yeah,
I can't think, but no, not that one.
Okay.
She's up in Canada.
Okay.
Can't think of the name. Y'all probably know. You can put it in the chat if you know who I'm talking about. But she's up in Canada. She cruises a lot, and she always says, "Let's get started."
No idea.
Yeah, but so a lot of those that I'd seen a lot of Professor Melissa videos and what have you. So I realized that YouTube was not dead. I mean, my experience with YouTube, throw the cat off the chair. My experience with YouTube was many moons ago. And I really I didn't spend a lot of time on YouTube. Occasionally I would run across something, but I just didn't really spend much time in this community until last year and started seeing that this really was thriving. I still didn't know a community like I've stumbled upon here with you guys even existed. I thought it was like every man for himself kind of thing. But it was just for me to start off with, just posting some videos and, you know, what can happen, that kind of thing. I wasn't really, like, you know, thinking along the lines of making or trying to build a channel to make a business to try and get followers or anything like that. It's actually through this community where I started seeing, you know, what some of the possibilities could be. And so that's, you know, I would be lying if I didn't say I hope one day to get monetized and, you know, to build a strong community of followers and people who like what I do and who think that, you know, think I'm pretty cool. But I'm not stressing it. I am enjoying the journey as I go along. I have a lot to learn. I've never been one for to do the content creation and the editing and the stitching videos together to make this. And, you know, well, and if you look right here, this is, you know, this video, and like, I'm just like, I don't even know how they did that. How did they get it to go here? And then it went to here. And I just, and then I see y'all bringing things over into StreamYard, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to figure that out one day. So every day, you know, it's a learning thing for me. And I guess that's where the appeal also comes from for me is, you know, I just turned 50 back in September, and I'm like, okay, so I guess it's time for this old dog to learn some new tricks.
Yep.
And I'm enjoying learning these new tricks.
Right. Oh yeah. It's the more you get into it and the more you do it, you're like, oh, that was cool. I like that. Now let's see if I can make this do this. And, you know, that's what I've got to where I like doing. Like you know, making you cartoon characters move around and dance in the intro. You know, and then the thumbnails. I mean, I like making thumbnails. You know, I'll be one of the holdouts and keep making my own thumbnails. I'll use AI to get some ideas and stuff, but you know, I'm making them because I enjoy it. You know, I like putting stuff together and doing that. They're saying that channel may have been life well cruised.
That's it. That's it. I couldn't think of it to save my life, which is funny that it's called Life Well Cruised.
Right. Keith said what helped his channel grow the most was he found the community, but Foodie's channel first, and now here with all the rest of the crazy folks. So,
yeah.
Speaking of crazy folks, Uncle Dave's channel hopping. Appreciate it, Dave. But
hoppers.
Did you expect YouTube to be harder or easier than is actually been so far?
I think I expected it to be easier in that just because I had experience with the Facebook side of things, but it was literally just doing lives. The video creation and the things that happen outside of doing a live, that is what I find hard. The going live, that's easy for me. It's much easier when there's a panel. I struggled in the beginning when it was just me doing Sunday sips and trying to read the comments on the side, and hats off to all of you that do that. But I really love having, you know, the group of us that are doing it on Sunday. I asked them one time and I never let them leave. I was like, hey, you guys want to go live with me on Sunday? Hey, here's the link for next Sunday. Oh, hey, I made a thumbnail with all of you on it. I didn't give them a choice. So, but having said that, if they don't want to do it, you know,
yeah,
I respect that, but I'm going to hold on to them as long as I can.
Yeah, well, that's one thing about a lot of us, and the ones that you got home with you on Sundays. You know, all you got to do is say, "Hey, you want to be on live? You want to do something?" And most of us are jumping right on and there, unless something comes up, of course. But
Right.
yeah, just like Eddie's on live about 20 out of 24 hours a day. It seems like
7 days a week.
Yeah.
So,
Eddie and I chat pretty much every morning on his lives. I didn't make it this morning. We were busy.
yeah.
Was there a live this morning? I don't even recall.
Did you do live? See, I don't even know.
Yes,
I popped into someone I could, but I don't even know who I popped in on and how long I stayed.
Yeah. I didn't say it was a bad thing, Dave. I just said they said crazy. I said, speaking of crazy, there you are. You just happen to pop up at the right time.
That's right.
So,
Like always.
yeah, I mean, it was just, it was almost like you planned it. Hey, Vicky coming in.
And talking about Vicky, look at that.
Yeah. Talked about Foodie's channel, and there she is, popping in here. Let's see. I'm still not totally comfortable going live alone. It's going live by yourself. That was actually, well, I was getting ready to tell a lie. That was not my first time being on live. I was a guest on 2 lives before I did my own. They were a while back, but the first Tuesday night I did was by myself. I think the first couple actually, and then I got somebody coming on, and you can do it. It's a lot to do it by yourself. To keep following it, trying to keep up with the chat, trying to talk, trying to respond to people in the chat, and getting used to them not answering you when you say something. You don't have that person to answer you back. You got to wait for them to type a comment in the chat. To me, that's the biggest thing with all of it, is getting used to talking, asking questions, answering questions, and nobody's responding to you. You're not hearing anything back.
Right.
And you just have to keep on going because you're not going to get that response. Whereas with a panel like this, or even if it's just one person, at least there's somebody else you're going to hear some kind of commentary back and forth between you. So it is easier having other people with you on the lives and having panels. Try to do things better on every new video. Yep. Just because I think it's better doesn't mean really. No. The best video that you do that you think is the best one you have ever done will probably have the less views as any of them. It's just the way it is. But you just have to do what you feel comfortable doing, what you want to put out there, and hope that the right people find it and start watching it and start following you. Because you can't make a video or do a live for everybody out there. So you just have to do you and be authentic. That way, I used to tell my employees when I was still working that, and I raising my kids, I told them, just tell the truth, be you. That way you don't have to worry about what lie did I tell yesterday. I always got to keep doing that or keep acting that way or whatever. As long as you're you and authentic, that's you every day. You don't have to worry about, well, how did I do this yesterday? Because it's going to be about the same as long as it's you.
Yep. Good advice. Good advice, sir.
Everybody's saying hey back and forth. Everybody's saying hey. Let's see.
So, and your title, how did you choose your title? Did you went through some ideas? Or you just out of the blue, just boom?
Sunday Sips, that title?
No, Tricia Sets Sail.
Oh, yeah. Well, that came about. That is actually my my business name as well, because I do travel agent stuff on the side, and I was trying to come up with a catchy name that kind of said who I was and something that you know, if and when the day comes that I decide that I don't want to be a travel agent anymore, I'm still going to travel. I love cruising too much to not travel. So I wanted something that would stick with me, that I could still carry. And so Tricia Sets Sail was something that nobody else was using, because I spent a lot of time Googling different business names for different travel agents. And it seemed like Tricia was used, like Tricia Cruises or, you know, Cruising with Tricia, those things like that were already used. And I didn't want to be so close to someone else that either they were getting my business or people were coming to me when they wanted them. And so that's kind of how I ended up with Tricia Sets Sail. I had a few ideas. I can't remember what my other ideas were at the time. I had them written down, and I asked some folks, you know, what do you like best? And Tricia Sets Sail was kind of where we landed. And, you know, I really like it because I think it speaks to who I am. And seriously, I just set sail a year ago. So it's in a way, the title is, or the name is a little bit of a, you know, autobiography for me.
Very nice. Yeah, I do like it. I like your name, and I like your logo is nicely well done.
Thank you. I actually went through someone with through Fiverr. Someone recommended Fiverr, so I had someone design it. I really like the colors that were chosen for it. I think they did a good job.
Good.
Yeah,
Very typical colors to it.
Yeah, I used something like Fiverr for my first one, and of course paid for it. And I mean, I still like it. I still use it on a lot of stuff, and it's still the main travel agent part. But I keep tweaking it for YouTube and changing it around the logo, playing with it. So
yeah.
It's like me, mine keeps evolving, and I'm hoping to slow down and keep it already as it is. And you know, yeah.
Hey, Josie.
Hi, Josie.
Journeys with JC coming in.
Hey, JC.
Okay.
How's it going?
Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, what has been the hardest part of starting to grow your channel, Trish?
Honestly, consistency, but not so much with the lives, but with content and having something to put out consistently. A lot of that is because I am so new and I don't cruise as often as some folks do. I don't have a plethora of, you know, videos and things that I can pull from. Learning when I'm on the cruise to balance the enjoyment of it, but also the business side of it, as far as knowing that I need to document and video different things that I'm doing, but also not miss out on the fun that I want to have on this cruise, because none of it's worth it if I'm just going on cruises for business, so to speak. At that point, it all goes away and I become someone who just, you know, hangs out in the chats and says, hey, I went on a cruise. Because it's just really not worth it to me.
Yeah. I will tell you that once I got involved in the into the real world of having a channel, there were a lot of channels out there, and eventually some of them start popping out. It is because you think it's an easy thing, because you think by just putting yourself in front of a camera and talk, and that's it. The other stuff that comes behind it, it becomes a business. You know, even though I'm retired, I am working because I gotta, you know, I'm working for the channel. I want to make sure that I'm out there brought out. I make sure I gotta have content. Even like you, I only go I cruise maybe twice, maybe 3 times a year. And I do also bring travel around when I go different places. Also do a few little things here and there. But the thing is that you gotta, you know, maintain your business. because you got to look at it as a business. There's no longer the mess around, kid around stuff. You want to have a real channel to move forward. You got to work on it. Also,
Yeah.
you know, unless if you want to just be fun, you could do that too. There's no problem. You know, there's no thing to it. But remember, if you're not in a business to grow your channel, and then you just take it easy, you're just gonna stay at that pace. People will show up, you know, as long as you keep your tunnels and stuff like that moving. You know, it becomes a part of your life. And there's times during the night that I wake up in the middle of the night because I forgot to do something, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm not working. Why am I doing this? Because I love what I'm doing. I enjoy doing this, and that's why I do it every morning and every day. I'm out there. So,
yeah, like Keith said right there. Remember, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The camera eats first.
Right.
That's a hell of a good point.
Yeah.
And that's something. My dog's about to bark again. She heard something. I'm so sorry. That's one thing that I need to make sure that I do, even when I'm doing things locally. I need to remember that just because I'm not on a cruise doesn't mean I can't create content. Doesn't mean, I look at what Rick's doing. He's going out to restaurants local in Galveston. Right. There's no reason why, if I'm trying out a new restaurant, I can't say Tricia Sets Sail special and do something that, you know, I'm land cruising today through Atlanta type thing. And I need to do more of that kind of thing. I just haven't. With summer coming up, you know, I think that it's going to be a little, I won't say a little easier, but there's more opportunity because more things are available. So I can, you know, do a day trip out to the botanical gardens or to the farm or something like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that you can do, like you said, in your restaurants. You know, and that's something that I hadn't. Of course, we don't go out to a lot of restaurants either. But
don't either.
You know, I hadn't done here is when we go somewhere local. You know, I don't think about it. But to, you know, do a little video, you know, trying out a restaurant, because there's people that don't have that kind of restaurant, or that kind of restaurant may be starting to be new to their area, and so they'll see a little bit about it, just kind of like what we do with on the cruise ships, you know. So there's a lot. I mean, you're driving in Atlanta, you could just video you drive to work and home every day, and that would be something.
That you'd be surprised at some of the stuff. I talk to my mom a lot of the time on the way home, and literally I'll be, you know, driving my way in and I'll be like, I don't understand what they're honking at. And I'm looking over, this person's waving their arms, and I'm like, we can't go anywhere. We're all stuck.
Yeah. So get you one of those cameras you can mount on your rearview mirror and just film while you're going to work, coming home, and then you can make some shorts out of it, if nothing else.
That's a great idea. I should do that. I'll just start videoing myself as I'm going down the road. I need one that shows me and shows the road, so you can see my face when someone cuts me off. I would have to bleep a lot.
Look, I already got the name.
You're live. Don't worry.
Tricia Unhinged. There you go.
That's right.
Let's see. Rocket Slot says they have a casino slot gambling channel, but their obstacle is they're restrained a lot what they can say and do, and a lot of casinos won't let them record. So that can be, if you're only doing just a casino channel, that can be real challenging, because I think a lot of them are tightening up on video and everything in there. You know, DC has some issues on their last cruise, having to stop recording and whatnot. So I think it's getting a little harder to do that.
Yeah. The only videos you see of me in the casino are when I've hit a bonus and I'm like this with my phone.
Yeah.
You know, don't get caught.
That's right. But, you know, that's something that, you know, a lot of people want to see the gambling and the slots and everything else. You know, like me, you know, we play a little bit, nothing like what anybody obviously is doing a channel about has. but you know, we're interested in other machines, other games that we hadn't played to see, you know, okay, well, how do you play it? What is it supposed to do? What are you trying to get? You know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Other than just sitting there and hitting the button saying, "Oh, I won something." Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first time in the casino. I was like, oh, well, that's fun.
I don't. You won't unless I'm cutting through. That's the only time you see me in the casino. Other than that, I stay away from that area as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the island there, I did film in the casino because, of course, I'm in the scooter as I'm cutting through it. My phone is going, so I film a lot of it. But I have music over, so you know, make sure that whatever language that we're talking, whatever that we're saying, is not on the video.
Right. Yeah. The only recording in there I've done is kind of like what Trish said. I playing something, you might win something. I just get the phone up right quick and try to catch a little video of it without getting kicked out or something. I don't want to win and then get kicked out. So there's Randy coming in. Hey, Randy, hope you're doing good tonight.
Hello.
Afternoon still for you. Let's see. Give out advice, but most importantly, don't let anyone tell you how to run your channel. Yeah. Like I always say, you know, be you, do your channel the way you want to. Hey, Cheryl, hope you're doing good today.
What's up?
Got Nelly coming in. There's a lady who gambles $1,000 a spin. Woo.
Wow. That must be nice.
It must be.
That's more than my whole gambling budget for a cruise.
I don't even have a budget. So yeah, there you go.
I do have a budget. I before I ever leave my house to go on the cruise, I put aside what I'm willing to lose, what I'm willing to consider spent, and that is my gambling budget for the cruise. So whether it be $100 or $500, whatever I decide that I can afford to lose on this trip, that is all I have. And when I run out of that, I'm done. My cat's back.
You said lose that, you're done. I jumped out. Wait a minute. What'd you lose?
He's going to come right down here and get next to me.
Well, Trish, you said you know you don't have a lot of content because you haven't been on but a couple of cruises so far. So how hard is it to stay motivated to when you don't have views? You're not getting that many more views because you don't have that much more content to put out. So how do you stay motivated to continue going?
Watching you guys definitely keeps me motivated, keeps me excited. I live for the next cruise, so I see what other people are doing, and I think, okay, I definitely need to. Need to make sure that I get this, that, and the other, and I need to make sure, you know, as I think Keith said, you know, the camera eats first, and you know, do things along those lines, and make sure that I'm recording at least some of everything that I do. You know, I need to remember to pull my phone out more because I don't have a camera as of yet. I keep dropping those hints to my husband that I want one of those DJI, whatever it's called, the pocket. I want one. But as of yet, haven't got one. So I'm probably going to have to save for it or hit big in the lotto or in the casino. But
Wilson?
Definitely seeing what everybody else is doing keeps me motivated, and the excitement of planning what I'm going to do and what I'm going to look for on the next cruise, you know, those are big motivators for me. And fortunately, I do have, my cruises are pretty spread out. I mean, I have 5 cruises planned this year. I've already gone on one. My next one's June 1st. Actually, Eddie and I will be cruising the exact same time, but different ports, different ships. But we are pretty much the same schedule, not itinerary, but schedule. You know, I have them pretty spread out, at least through the summer. I've got one in June, one in August. one in October, one in November. So
Nice.
lots of opportunities to get content. Um, it's just a matter of making sure that I am intentional
Right.
and but definitely seeing what everyone else is doing, it gives me ideas and it keeps me motivated and makes me want to do more.
Right. Well,
And I will advise you when you do your cruising to film as much as you
Right.
can.
Right.
that's what I was getting ready to say. What Eddie always tells everybody is just film everything.
Yeah.
And then you can do away with what you don't need later on.
Yeah.
But if you, more than likely, most of it you'll wind up being able to use it some way, somewhere in a video, long content, short or whatnot.
Yeah. I plan on taking the laptop with me so that I can get the footage off my phone and onto the laptop so that I have enough memory to record as much as possible each day.
Yeah. Yeah. I got I think it's like a 5 terabyte little hard drive portable, and I'll take my computer so I can download the pictures off of it and I'll put it on the hard drive. If I run out of cards or that kind of stuff.
I do have a hard drive over here. I'll have to look and see if I can do that.
Yeah. Mick says they live through plan cruises, do cruises, edit cruise vlog videos, then live through other cruise videos and repeat.
The one thing, Alice will research the ship that we're going to go on so she could see where everything's at. I don't do any of that.
Yeah.
Because I want to film. I want to get surprised as I get in the ship and find the places away. Like so, some of the times you get to feel my surprise at the same time that you are. If you've never been on that ship, so that's what I try to do. So it is different for everybody.
When I first saw Mitch's comment here a while ago when he put it up, I kind of thought this idea come to me, kind of like what Journeys is saying here. You travel agent experience and make videos on that stuff, rooms to book, places on the ships to stay, etc. What I was thinking about was, you said you got 5 cruises. Film planning your cruise. How do you go about planning your cruise? What are you looking at so that people that have not done it see what it kind of how it would be to plan a cruise,
right?
And all the options and stuff, and why a travel agent would be a valuable resource to use. So that might be something else.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And at the end of your 5 cruises, you celebrate your content from each cruise and be, which one you like the most, which one you like on your own experience.
Right.
Work out too. So
nice little 2026 recap.
There you go.
Yeah. Randy said you don't need a camera. Even the big shot popular channels use only their phones to record the content.
This is very true. So, but I want to be bougie.
Well, I have bought, I already had a GoPro. Of course, I've gotten a newer GoPro. It's not the newest by any means. It was still used when I bought it, but it was newer. Yeah. Then I went and bought a Canon. We already had a big Nikon 35 millimeter camera, which is digital, but I still call it 35. And then I've got the DJI Pocket 3, like you're talking about. And they all do great. But still, 90% at least is done with my phone.
It's because you have your phone with you. It's so easy. I keep mine on a strap around, crossbody. Mm-hmm. So it's so easy to walk around with your phone.
Right. They're and now I got one of those little ones that I can wear. I mean, it's just a little bitty camera sits right there. It's on a magnet on a necklace. And so which I really like that. And I think I'll do a lot more with that while I'm walking around. Just like I did in Helen, when we were walking around, I had it on, and, it doesn't stand out as much. People will notice it, but nothing like when you're walking around with a gimbal with a big, camera on it or whatnot.
Right.
So they won't notice, don't draw as much attention. But, you get, which I'm still looking, Ron had a little bag that he kept camera and stuff in, and it was great. And I'm still looking for one for me that I don't want to be able to put a lot of stuff in it. I just want to be able to put, like the DJI in and spare battery for it, some more cards, and that's it. Just easy to tote around, because if I could have that, I'd be able to have it more. Because if you put it in a book bag, you don't want to lug a book rag all around the ship everywhere all the time. So you tote the camera. Well, you get tired of toting the camera, so you leave it in the room, but you still got your phone, so that's why you still do a lot of it with your phone. But
right.
I think if I could get a bag that works for me, Ron's got one that I saw in Helen he had, and I think that does great. It's the right size, small enough, but other than that, phone. There are a lot of similar channels out there, but think about your watching habits. Do you watch one channel? That's me. I watch a lot of different channels. Yeah. Everybody watches. Well, not everybody, but some people just watch a couple channels, but a lot of people do watch other channels, several. So with that being said, how do you plan, or how are you trying to make yourself stand out against all the other similar Tricia Sets Sails?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I am still working through that myself. I think what I'm really trying to focus on is, what is it that I am about? Well, clearly I'm about cruising. That's, in my title, it's in my logo. So I'm clearly, my main audience is for cruisers, but primarily I am trying to still learn what that niche is, that, where I'm going to fit in. I'm not Chris from Carnival Cruise Addicts with, the yakety yak, or, I'm not one to go through and look at all the stupid headlines that people put out, and go through that. I enjoy, what's that?
Clickbait.
Right. And I mean, I enjoy listening to the videos that, what were they thinking kind of videos, but I don't, I've learned a lot of what's not me. I'm narrowing it down to what is me. And I really feel like what you see on the Sunday Sips, that is a lot. I mean, that's probably me at my most authentic, just sitting around chatting with friends. And that's kind of where I want to go with my channel. I want it to be about family and friends and fun and, just enjoying life. So things that have to do with, clearly cruising out on the high seas, but, that could encompass a trip to the casino on the ship. It could encompass, I've got a girlfriend who likes to gamble, and she wants to go up to Cherokee, so might do a little land cruising kind of along the Chet and Robin kind of thing, where they get in the car and doing a live or whatever. I don't know if I'll do a whole live up there, but maybe a little bit of chit chat in the car ride up, or that kind of thing. But just really focusing on the family and friendship aspect of fellowship, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Like Emily said, just don't let anybody tell you how to run your channel.
Yep.
Right.
You take ownership of that, and you do it your way.
Yeah. Just do you the way you want to, and like they said earlier, your people, like Keith said, he said your people will find you. and
Yep.
Yeah.
I think you said earlier, one of the challenging things was consistency.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the first make or breaks with a channel is consistency, because if Eddie's on at 7:15 Monday through Friday every morning, all of us know that at 7 o'clock Eddie's going to be there most of the time. So we go there. But if Eddie's there 2 days and then he's gone for 3 days and then he's back for a day and then he's there all week, we don't know when he's going to be there, so we occupy that time frame doing something else, and we get used in a habit of doing that, so we forget about going to see Eddie at 7:15 in the mornings. So I think that consistency is the first make or break, and even for me that is one of the challenging parts and the harder parts to do. And that's because you got to make you be consistent. You got to make you do it.
You have to treat it like it's your job. And it is, in a sense.
Yeah.
It is, if you work a full-time job, well, this is your second job.
Right.
Yep.
It's your side gig. And you've got to prioritize it.
Yeah. Another says, if you ever had someone come to you and ask you not to film them, if so, what is your response? I personally have not had anybody come up and ask me not to film them yet. I'm sure it'll happen at some point. But I intentionally try my best not to film specific people. I'll film us, and then I'll film the environment, and not stay on one person doing something. I keep it moving. But I'm sure somebody will come up. If they come up and ask you not to film them, say, okay, I'll try my best not to have you in any of the footage, or I will not use you, on anything that I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had someone. Go ahead, Eddie.
I usually ask, depending on where I'm at. Let's say I'm at a bar on a ship, and there's a group of people there, and I'm about to film. I say, is everybody okay if I film you? Right. If they say no, then I move on and film some other area. If they said, oh, that's fine, I just go ahead and go. And then I let them know who I am, and I'm going to be on this series. Look for it. You might be in it. So, and if I have pens in my car and stuff like that, I give it to them so they have an idea of, who they get involved with. Also, if I never had nobody has ever come to me and say, I don't want you to film me. But if I do ever have it and I'm filming and somebody comes up to me and says, you film me, I don't want to be part of it, I will stop what I'm doing, rewind what I just filmed, and in front of the person, I will delete it. Say, yep, it's all done. This way, I don't have the forget about it and later and add them to the video anyway or anything else like that. This way, you keep the person happy because you're not there, and they move on and do their own business. Remember, it is a public space. You are allowed to film everything, but be respectful too. This is why a lot of influencers, which I hate that word, I call myself a creator, a blogger. I don't call myself an influencer. No, I'm not influencing anybody to do anything they don't want. They do, some of these kids, I call it kids because you're not thinking straight, do things that damage everybody else. They don't realize that, So before that happens, I want to stay chill about it and do my own thing. I just don't want anybody else coming to me saying, oh, this, and whatever. If I do a video and somebody happens to, reach out to me and say, listen, I didn't like, that I'm there, whatever, I'll do my best to edit the video if I could. Again, I had never had the experience or hasn't come up to me. There was one time I went to a local restaurant here, and I did ask the wait staff that we had them if they wanted to be part of the video. So say, I'm gonna do a video about our meal here, me and my wife, and it's gonna be on my YouTube channel. And one of the waitresses says, no, I don't want to be part of it. So I didn't film anything because she was be part of the whole moving back and forth. So I didn't want to keep cutting, getting her out of the thing. So I said to myself, it's not even going to be worth it. I end up filming. So Alice, unfortunately, we won't have the experience to leave it again on a video to see it later. So I'd rather just cut it all out and get it over with, before I get myself in trouble, because you could get yourself in trouble easily. Remember, you have a brand out there, and it's a big world. I mean, don't think that you're just locally in some little area. We're here talking right now, and maybe you think, oh, maybe the southeast of the United States are the only ones watching this. No, it's people on the other side of the world are watching this too, and others. When you do a run around later, videos go out there, so you have no idea where your video is going to be at. So somebody's going to watch. Somebody might make a comment or not. Oh, they might just don't say anything. But you just always want to make sure that whoever you're representing, that you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, and I think you said it a minute ago. Be respectful. I've seen so many videos where people will die on that hill of it's a public space and I'm allowed to record you, but that's just not really the name you want to make for yourself. Nope. And and I'm not talking about necessarily even on a cruise. I'm talking about just in general. I've seen these videos, and they're usually the Karen videos. And no offense to any Karens, I have an aunt named Karen, love her dearly. She is not the stereotypical Karen, but using that term because that's what people use. But that's not a hill I'm willing to die on. If you don't want to be videoed, all you've got to do is say, hey, I don't want to be on your video. And I will not video you. I had this in, was I in Aruba? Maybe? I don't know. I think I was in Aruba, and we were shopping, and I wasn't even in the store. It was, my friend was in the store next to him, little shop. And the owner of the shop was like, I don't want you recording in here. I said, okay. I turned around and recorded something else. I wasn't even coming in his shop, but he saw me, had my camera. I don't want you recording in here. Oh, okay. Not a problem. And I think that's key. Don't ruin your good name because you have a hill to die on.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
So, good advice. Yes.
Yeah. Journey says, you guys feel shorts help your channel as a new creator? They haven't done many shorts because of things they've read and watched. I think they will. I think they'll get viewers. They'll get more people to see your content, and you can use shorts as an advertisement for your long content. More people watch short content stuff, YouTube shorts, Instagram, Facebook reels, anything like that, just so they can 30 seconds a minute and move on to something else. So you'll get that. I've actually here lately, the past couple months, some reason I don't understand myself, I've been getting a lot of subscribers off of shorts.
There you go.
I mean, I have my subscribers have skyrocketed. And a lot of it has been off of shorts. So yeah, I think shorts are,
shorts are a window to your channel.
Yeah.
And also, it all depends how you feel about it, JC. You might feel good about it. I will tell you, just give it a shot, try it out, see what happens. If it doesn't work out, then it's not for you.
Right.
But you never know. Always be open to what opportunities are coming out there that you can use. So
right.
I enjoy doing shorts. I mean, I'm constantly filming something, and I'm constantly going on the channel with a short of something. So fire department goes by here, flying by. I filmed that, even though it's 16 seconds. I put it out. Before you know it, 400 views.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I have to tell y'all a funny story. I was scrolling through YouTube a couple of days ago and just scrolling up, and how the shorts, you can see it generates a little thumbnail. and it showed a slot machine. And I said something, I think the title was like, it's a mega win or something like that. I was like, ooh, somebody got a mega win. So I clicked on the short. It was my short. It was my home video. I was so excited. I wasn't drinking. I was at work. Don't tell my boss. I was at lunch.
But see, that shows right there that it was getting views and people were getting there. So it was up in the algorithm for you to see it when you looked.
Oh, so, I laughed when I saw that it was mine. So,
yeah. I've seen some of mine like that. I saw them. I was like, wait a minute, that looks like mine. And I look on it and say, yep, that's mine. You know, I was surprised that just, you know, to see it up on the homepage when you go up there on YouTube to look. So
it's like, I've made it. I only have 200-ish followers, but I've made the shorts.
And talking about I made it, has anybody come up to you and say, I watch your channel, I follow this and this and that?
Not yet.
Wait till it happens. Wait till it happens.
Yeah.
You tell me what you felt at that moment, and I'll tell you what happened to me when it did happen. So it's a hell of a nice experience. I will tell you that much.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
To get recognized is very humble. It's a very awakening experience.
Nice.
You got to look at it that way. Don't think, oh, I'm a pro. No. There's plenty of pros out there. Just do the best you can for your channel. Be respectful, because there's a lot of bad people out there too. So you need to be conscious. Sometimes I do crazy stuff, and I know Scott is filming me. Sometimes I gotta think about it. So wait a minute, even though he's filming it, other people are watching this too. So I gotta, So yeah.
Keith, I think shorts can be and are a great advertisement for your long content. I would say, and I'm sure Eddie's going to agree with it, is if you could once you get through editing your long content video, make you a couple shorts, and 2 days, a day ahead of time before you go and premiere that long content, start pushing them shorts out to draw that attention. And you can link those shorts to that long content. So when it's up there, they'll go. And that, I think that'll help you get some. And I think that's how some of the subscribers I've gotten off of shorts, even though it was older long content videos that I made into some shorts, it sent them back to those. And so they were subscribing, and I was getting the click-through rate that they were going back and watching the full video then. So I think it's a good advertisement. I mean, you think about it, every day that you're home, if you cut the TV on, that's basically what you're watching is shorts. When you're watching trailers for the next show coming on or the next movie that's coming out, that's a short. Trailer and a short, same thing. So it's a proven method. So I think it could really help that people do it more, myself included. I'm just finally listening to myself and starting to do a little bit of it. Eddie's beat me in the head with a hammer so long, it's finally got in there. Main camera. Yep.
I think mine is a 16.
Yeah. I got the same one they're talking about, the 17 Pro Max. And if you think about it, all of us have phones just as good or better than the cameras we go out and buy to use also.
Amazing how things work.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad I wanted the larger phone now. I didn't really care about the 3 camera lenses. I just wanted the larger phone so I could see it better because, again, old and blind. I'm glad I got a better camera.
Yeah. Shoot everything. Yeah, great quality with the phone. Let's see. It's hard to find a unique perspective because the space is so crowded, but you got to do what makes you happy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a lot more crowded before. 3 years ago, it was a lot more crowded than this. So he has cut down somewhat.
Let's see. Mick said, I just use a bunch of Uncle Dave's vocabulary after stubbing my toe.
I use Uncle Dave vocabulary driving through Atlanta, which is why I'm really contemplating if I want to video my drives.
Yeah. Hey,
it's live, so
it'll get views.
I got a nice disclaimer you could use.
Right.
Yeah. It'd be like Uncle Dave riding with you.
Yeah.
Another thing is, if you need advice, you need an idea, you need something to help you out with, we're here to do that too.
Yeah.
We do not charge extra for any of that crap.
No.
And we try to do, we try to help out each other.
Yeah.
That's why we have this community that we have. I am very, very, I would say, jealous of this community. I keep an eye on what's going on. This is why I do a schedule every day. Of course, it's to help everybody that comes to our chats. Mm-hmm. And I will keep an eye. I am very she's influencer. Look at it. Oh my God, Dave, I'm gonna kick your butt when I see you. I am very jealous of this community. We'll keep an eye on it. I'm like a dog behind a wall, watching out. And if there's somebody that comes in here that I don't feel that is a fit for this community, I hunt them down. And I'm gonna tell you, that's the way I do things here too. There's a few channels here that you don't see around anymore because somehow they need to be. You either show respect to what we're doing here or move on and find somebody else. Right. There's plenty other groups where you could go and hang out and do your thing. But I will tell you that I do keep an eye on what's going on. I enjoy, first of all, because I enjoy what I'm doing. And I do the list that I do because it's part of it to keep us together and help each other out. That's why I watch over 2,000 channels every week, because I am constantly moving around and looking for thumbnails or lives or whatever that it could be brought to the schedule. Then again, it's people that come to us. I just don't go out and bring somebody that you have never heard of. I help whoever is here giving support. I will turn around and give you support too. And there's no charge for it. There's a few channels here is what I have done the logos for. Once I send you the logo, that's yours. You do as you please with it. So don't feel like we're gonna you have to buy this from me for me to have no none of that. So yes. So I want you to feel good about where you're at here. And like I said, I do my best to keep the community clean. It's like I look at it as an HOA. Pay your dues. You're here to pay your dues. And meaning by dues is by helping somebody else. As you learn something, teach somebody else. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know, but I might know somebody that knows the answer. Right. Or we could always get together and try to get our stuff together. Saturday nights is a hell of an example. Sometimes somebody comes up and says, "Oh, what about this, and that?" Boom. You get ideas from everybody. You get different points of view and stuff like that. That's why I enjoy doing Saturday nights, because even though it could get into the rabbit hole very fast, and it could get a little adult voice, which I said is for adults. Keep your kids out of this. Oh, that's another thing I do. When I'm filming, I do not film kids whatsoever. No. To me, that's a no-no. And if it happens to be on the film as I go, I chop them up, get them out of the way. Right. Unless I'm interviewing a kid. This was in Celebrity. I did interview a kid because he wanted to get the docs, and I talked to him, and I put him on the filming of the video for about 10 minutes, and that's it. Other than that, you will never see me near a pool, near a kid park, anything like that. I don't want to be anybody saying, "Oh, why are you filming this?" No. Yeah, I stay away from stuff like that. So yes, there's certain things that you need to be aware of what not to do. So do your research and do everything else, and do the best you can, and get involved and ask questions. because you always need to ask questions no matter what. So we're here for that.
Yeah.
This is really a great community, and I've said it before. This is the family that I didn't know I needed. It's amazing how quickly I have come to think of so many of you guys as my family. You're my cruising family, and the way that, I mean, you guys just, it felt like y'all just opened your arms and was just like, hi, come on in,
Yeah.
you know, go make a plate.
Yeah.
The kitchen's in there, you know.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Bring your own, yeah. Mhm.
And I absolutely love this community.
Yeah, it's amazing. Still don't remember or understand how I stumbled into it. I'm just glad I did.
Same.
Yeah.
I want to say it was on one of these lives that I stumbled. I mean, I'd seen some videos, but I didn't know this was a real community until I just stumbled into one of the lives and started chatting, and everybody was just so supportive.
Mhm.
So I came back.
Oh yeah, well, that's good. That's what we want to be. But Keith said the hard thing for him to get over was talking to the camera while others were around, but found most people don't even pay attention. It's all in your head. And that is one when you're first starting out, especially to get over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're walking around with people all around you and you're talking to your phone, your camera, or whatever. But if you think about it, when you go to Walmart or wherever, people are walking around with earbuds in, talking to other people on the phone all the time. So they don't even pay attention anymore, just like Keith said there. Nicky New said another piece of advice is to roll your YouTube channel into an LLC, and that limits the exposure for personal assets somebody tries to sue you. I mean, that is something for people to think about. You know, my travel agency, which is the same name, is an LLC, and so this is just an extension of that. So I feel like I'm covered with that part. But that is a good idea. So if somebody does try to sue you, you know, it limits what they can go after you personally for.
And that's why another reason why I try to cut out a bunch of stuff out of the blogs. If I film something and I don't feel comfortable with it, chop it up.
Right.
I rather lose it there than use it, and then I'll be thinking like, why did I put that out? You know. So might as well remember, you're not the only one watching this stuff. There's a lot of people out there that will do and criticize and try to get you involved in stuff like that. I've been lucky enough so far. In my 4-year experience with YouTube, I have only one sad comment so far. Somebody that had the wrong, I guess, woke up the wrong way and decided to give me his opinion. Fine, I took it. I thought, have a great day. Thanks for your time. And I moved on. You know, I never deleted the whole comment or nothing. I left it. But it's been so far the only one I have had. Now watch somebody here, Uncle Dave or somebody send me something nasty.
That's
but
right.
Other than that, you know, it's all part of the game too. You got to learn to go with the punches here too. Remember, if I pick on somebody, which we sometimes do on our lives, and if it turns around and they pick on me, I gotta take it too. So you know, make sure you're that flexible. Make sure you have that you know, be able to blend in. Because if you get upset because you want to pick on somebody and somebody picks on you and you upset about it.
Yeah, don't dish it if you can't take it.
That's right.
So yes.
Right. Mitch, I hadn't looked into the face censoring stuff, but I mean, I think that is an option for people. I know in Canva you can do some of that stuff if you're making the video in Canva, you can blur, you know, faces and different things, and along with taking the people completely out of it. So, you know, there's some different options. If there's just a clip that, say there's a perfect clip that, you know, you want, and a kid runs by, you know, you can go in and take them out so you can keep the clip. Because like Eddie said earlier, I don't try my best not to have any kids anywhere in anything.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the Uncle Dave response: how all those morons that film overseas, I don't care, get in trouble with the law. They cry about their rights. You're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. See, that was a whole short right there, Trish.
Yep.
That was a whole short.
Yep. I'm going to video in October. Dave's going to give my husband and me a ride to the cruise terminal. So I'm just going to video.
Right.
I'm going to be probably in the back seat.
You're gonna be playing a lot of music over that voices.
Beep. Beep.
Just show his face and Uncle Dave going.
Yeah.
Why is he
And,
not
and
talking?
you could tell, yeah.
Well, he's
No,
talking.
we could tell what he's saying. So
Let's see. Parents watched the video trying to go around the ship. Every face was blurred out. Yeah.
sorry, but to me that will take away from your experience that you're trying to show, because you be like, why so many blurry people and
Right.
stuff like that? That will take away from your idea. Like I said, nowadays you are in a public space where you are able to film. Somebody comes to you and says, listen, I don't want to be there. That's something different. Be careful how you film people also. Always do your best to be from the chest up. Or if you have a nice angle of the whole thing, include where you're at also. And video most of the ship instead of the people you got in front of you. Go around, panel up, panel down, bring it over to you, get a close-up of yourself. This way you're limit what's happening around you and stuff like that. There's many ways to angle and get your idea out there. That blurting stuff, I try not to do any of it. I don't think I have done it. When it comes to identifying points on some place, I try not to put them on the video. Let your imagination run around or what's going on. So you always, as you're filming, remember, as you're filming, you gotta be editing in your head too. Make sure that whatever you're filming, it will make it easier when you edit later. And like I said, stay away from me personally. I stay away from kids. I stay away from. You don't see me on the beach filming girls walking around in swimming suits and stuff like that. That's not the right thing to do. Why would I go to the beach to do something like that? Why would I go to a hotel to film people out in the pool? No, man. That's what you do on vacation. That's what you go there to enjoy. I don't want to get in anybody's way or whatever they're doing. This way, this is when somebody comes to you and says, what are you doing? So to limit that, just don't do it.
That's right.
And nowadays, everybody has like Sherman said, everybody has a cell phone now, so you'll see it everywhere.
That's right.
It gets to a point that I just don't even bother. I just if I see a camera at me, I'm like, "What's up?" or "How you doing?" or give them a smile and keep walking. Don't go crazy, because then you're gonna get filmed for sure.
That's
you're
right.
gonna definitely be part of YouTube then.
Then you're gonna be viral, but it ain't gonna be your video.
Amen to that. Yeah, it happened to me in Helen. I'm running around my scooter, and here comes Zach behind me filming, man. And I saw short out. I'm like, what is that? Over 1,000 views already. I'm like, what did that happen? And I'm like, wait a minute, that was me doing crazy stuff on the road, and Zach behind me filming me, and he made a short out of it. So hey, it happened. So, and I enjoyed it. So I didn't complain about it. I just went with it. And he told me, and it's part of being out there, and in a way, he's helping me out too, because he's promoting me also by putting the video out and say, "Oh, look at this great, crazy Eddie Lugo Studios guy here. Let's go check him out." Boom.
Mitch said the first time they got recognized, his wife almost got tackled in the security line. The lady come running up, was like, "Oh my God, the Cam fam! Can I have a hug?"
There you go. Yeah. We did that to cruise nuts. Well, cruise ship drone.
Yeah.
We're just sitting in a big table, and then on the table on the side is Mike and Tracy, his wife, and they're just sitting there minding their own business. And Ali says to us, "Go over there and cheer him out as bloggers. Let's just see something." And Alice got up and started going, "Oh, wait a minute. Are you this and that?" And you could see Mike like, "What the hell?" He had a look like he just got shot. And everybody got up and started saying that, and everybody around on those tables Nobody knew who they were.
Right.
After that night, everybody knew their name. So yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, that happened to me a couple cruises ago. We were we were going to the buffet. We were up there eating. We were sitting there, and this table across from us, I just noticed they kept looking. They'd look and they'd whisper and they were talking back and forth, and they'd look and they were talking. I told Crystal, I said, I don't know what. I said, they keep looking over here. I said, I wonder what. And finally, the wife turned around and said, excuse me, she said, are you on YouTube? And I said, yeah, actually I am. And so that was, talked for a while and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that was, like Gerald's saying here, it's humbling and it gives you a boost. And people that you have no interaction with whatsoever are watching your content. And they're watching it enough to recognize you and notice, so they're following you and they're going and watching a lot of your stuff. So it's an experience, and it'll happen. It may happen on one of the 5 this year you got, or it may be a while longer. You never know.
I think being patient is also critical because it's not going to happen overnight.
Right.
Yes, it's not going to happen overnight. Yes, you got that right.
There's not saying that it absolutely can't happen overnight, but for the majority of people, it's not going to happen overnight. You've got to build it. With any good thing, it's just going to take time. You're very lucky and very blessed if you have instant fame and success in the YouTube world. But as it was said earlier, you're competing with a lot of other people who are doing a lot of the same things you are. And you've got to make that name for yourself, and you've got to put out enough content and get enough views. Here comes the cat again. You've got to put yourself out there to get enough views, and for YouTube's algorithms to figure out who your viewers are and what you're about, so it knows who to push you out to, and all those little things that I don't know everything about, and I barely scratched the surface, but I know those things exist. And it goes back to consistency and staying true to yourself, and not just being so all over the place, in what you're doing. If you've got a channel that is meant to be all over the place, then by all means market yourself as being, hey, I'm a train wreck waiting to happen, and enjoy what I've got, and there's people out there who want that, not saying it's wrong, but you just got to know what your market is.
Yes. And there's plenty of niches out there where you could fit in. So you might think that, oh, this is not for me. You never know. There might be a group of people out there that will constantly watch because they enjoy what you're doing. They might not tell you. People are good to watch, but it is hard to get them to type a comment or something. Some people do, some people will never do. And it is hard to get them to hit that like also. Mm-hmm. So, that's one thing that helps the algorithm on the videos is that little thumbs up that you just hit. Yeah. And of course, if you subscribe to the channel, it's even better. But like you're saying, you got to hustle. You got to push and keep going. Remember, what you're doing 1 year, you got to repeat it again the following year. That's one thing with YouTube. If you don't do the same consistency that you're doing, YouTube will start pushing you aside. So you want to stay up there, you got to push, and keep going and do as much as you can. And another thing is, remember, when you're out there, remember, you're not alone anymore. You're not the lonely face walking around. No, there might be somebody watching and saying, wait a minute, I know you or seen you before. I did it to Jay on in the Islander. He walked by me and said, I know you. The guy from Ship Life, Jay. And then a little bit later, I found him by one of the terraces just chilling there. And we had like almost half-hour conversation. And then I think on the day before disembarkation, me and Alex just happened to be in the one of the buffet areas. And he came up. He was filming around, and he came in and sat down with us and hang out. I took like 3 or 4 pictures with him, and then he just got up and gone again. So yes, just one of those deals. So remember, once you go out there, you are out there. So remember that.
Yeah. Rock and Slide says they like to tell people that they're talking to the people in their head.
But there you go. Yeah.
Sadly, I usually am.
I'm talking to myself. I'm making a referendum. I have a meeting right now, so.
That's right.
Well, that cat is not shy at all. And Joy's been on camera. Look at that.
Yep. This is Poe, and Poe is very needy.
I see.
So he's going to miss me when my daughter moves out because I told her she has to take the cats with her.
Oh. Well, yeah. Well, you got to do what you got to do.
They're her cats. So
yeah.
I don't want to be a cat mom. I love them, but I don't want to be a cat mom.
This way, and on your following 5 cruises, you want to be not worry about the animals in the house. Yeah,
we will have here. Dogs, but my son lives at home still, so he doesn't want to cruise. So I got him, but
yeah,
he doesn't want to be a.
Have a good night, Rock. Appreciate you stopping by. Let's see. Everybody talking back and forth. Let's see. I used a free version of DaVinci Resolve.
Haven't heard of that one. Though, to be fair, I haven't heard of most of them.
Well, what are you using now for your videos?
I have Filmora.
Okay.
I think that's all I have. Of course, I have. I did get the subscription to StreamYard for this, but I think the only thing I have Canva,
right,
and I have Filmora. I did have CapCut. I don't pay for that though. I didn't really care for CapCut too much, but I don't know how to use it. I'm still learning how to use all of these things, building videos, and my problem is I haven't really had time to sit down and mess with it. So I'm hoping that this summer, once we get my daughter moved out, I'm able to spend some time on the weekends to learn these things. And folks, to be fair, many of y'all have said, just reach out. Jeremy has said numerous times, I'm here, reach out. Right. And it's just been a thing of, I haven't done that. And I need to use my resources here, my friends.
Yeah. That's right.
So that I can learn, because I do want to learn how to do, create my own videos. I had the hugest smile on my face when you made that animation start talking or whatever. It was like she was blowing kisses, and I was just like, "Ooh, okay."
Well, if you've got Canva, you can do that. That's what I did it in. I did it in Canva.
All right, I'm gonna have to play with it. I have to learn. I'll be like, Sherman, can we Zoom? Can we get together here?
Oh yeah, ain't no problem. Ain't no problem at all.
Going live is one of the best things you could do to your channel, because you're out there, you're getting shown, you get to interact with your supporters, and YouTube will put you out, and make sure that you're out there. Another advice that I will give you is do the less you can with when it comes to videos and shorts, especially shorts, because it happened to me. Be careful with AI. YouTube is cutting down on AI videos. Unfortunately, I got kicked out of the program. I don't get to reapply until June 14 again. If I get approved again to come back into the program, otherwise I gotta wait another 3 months, and that's 3 months without making a penny. This is a war of pennies here that you're making, and some of those pennies sometimes get cut in half because you gotta, give your half to somebody else that use music or something from. So, know that too. Try to do the most so you can of your shorts with yourself in it, or some live action video that you're filming that you're doing yourself. If you do any AI on it, be very limited. I use it on your thumbnails, stuff like that. But don't just do shorts out of AI completely, because that's what happened to me. Me and a whole bunch of other channels started getting cut off because of that. YouTube has now their own AI, which is called Gemini, and I think they're trying to get you to use it. and since I don't use it as much, that's what happened to me. So I am cutting. I went ahead and cleaned up my channel as much as I could. I had shorts already set up till July. They're all gone. I deleted everything. So now I do a lot of my own stuff without, as little as AI as possible in it. Just one thing, they tell you what they're doing. They don't specifically tell you why are you getting punished, but it happens, and I'm assuming that's what the deal is with my channel. So in case you're planning to do something like that, just be careful what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
Yes, and copyright music too is another thing. Yeah. Definitely.
I'm down to one video and one song on that video, and all my copyright stuff will be gone. Well, I take that back. There's one live that it was when I was on the match game, and there's a slew. I got views on it. I ain't worried about that one. That one's there. Watch it. If I ever get monetized, that one won't be monetized. Okay, so be it. But all the rest of them, everything, I've got everything cleared out. There's one video that's got one song left, and I'm just waiting because it had two, and I'm waiting for the one that I already replaced for that process to go through, and then I can go back and get that last one cleared up, and then all of them be gone.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
I can breathe easy again.
Yes, good.
My little blind.
It should find itself.
My blind boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colleen.
That's Colleen. Yeah, she came home.
Hola.
Yeah. Hello.
Eddie and Sherman said hello.
Hello.
The cats are now going.
I heard the cat too.
The cat said hello too.
Yeah.
She is the cat mom.
Wow.
No.
Nice.
They're asking in the chat how much is Canva. I paid for my Canva for the year, so I really can't tell you. I don't remember how much I paid for it.
Canva now has, I think, it's 3 levels. They got a free version, and you can do a lot of stuff with the free version.
Yeah.
And then they got the Pro, which is what I got, and I pay it annually too, so I don't have no idea what it is. And I think they've come out with a Premier or Premium or something like that that's just come out. I ain't even looked at it, but I don't use everything in the Pro version, so I don't see why I would need anything anymore.
Right.
I'm sure it's just more AI stuff, which you're not going to use or don't need to use if doing the videos or anything. You can definitely go start playing around with the free version. There's a ton of stuff you can do with the free version. I mean, you're not going to be able to make the thumbnail start dancing around in with the free version, but you can make the thumbnails in the free version. So go in there and start playing around with it. If you see you like it, you like the way it works, it's easy to use, then see what the Pro version is, and if you can afford it, then go ahead and give it a try. If not, keep using the free version. So
that's right. Yeah.
Trish, one thing I'll suggest to you when you're doing your lives, don't pay attention to the clock. Just keep going as long as you got interaction going on. As long as you still got questions, you got people in the chat that's interacting. Just keep on going. Now, there's sometimes where you got something to do, so you end it, at whatever time you normally were going to do, or somebody else is coming that has got really something going on, something special, and just out of respect, you end it for that. Tonight there really won't nothing going on, which I think Tanya might be getting ready to start here in a minute or two. But other than that, there won't anything, so I won't worry about. We still got a lot of interaction going on, so keep talking. I always have a list of questions I'll get and put together and stuff, and never get through them. because we just started interacting with the chat, and we'll start with this, and then we'll go over here, and then we'll come back over here, and so
side streets.
Just
there are shore excursions.
Right. If you go with the flow of the chat, people will feel like they're involved because they are, and they're more likely to come back to watch you next time and see what's going on and feel comfortable being here. So,
yeah, there's not a schedule per se. YouTube doesn't have a schedule. Again, if you're doing a live and somebody else is coming with another live, whoever's gonna go is gonna go.
Right.
You just continue with your show. If you decide to go further down, there's not a limit either. Like Sherman's saying, you could be there. You think you might be doing an hour. Sometimes you could do more. My first live ever, I set myself for half hour. 3.5 hours later, I was still going. So yeah, it just happens, And I waited I waited 11 months to finally do my own live, and that first one I did, I'm telling you, almost 4 hours just chatting away, And on a Thursday afternoon, at all places, a Saturday noon, and then at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, that's when I end up, and I'm like, holy mama, what did I just do? So yeah.
Yep, you went live and you never quit. I'm going to interrupt you there. My mom just popped in the chat over there. If you look,
hello, mother.
LNC Nana. It looks like Land C, but it's LNC for Logan and Colleen. LNC Nana. We created that user for her when Logan and Colleen were little bitty, and she's had that ever since. So that's my mom. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
She's going with me on the ABC cruise in August. She and I are cruising.
Oh,
it's a girls' trip.
There you
Video
go.
content.
Videos and
trouble.
content.
Yep. Yeah. Seems like the squirrels in the chat make them better. Yep, that's right.
Yep. There you go. I'm into that. Yeah. Squirrel. What?
Everybody saying hey to Mom there.
Yep. She's going to come, I think, on Saturday, Eddie. I'm not sure about my
Lord, I'm gonna have to put up a list of stuff that I know about you.
She knows. She already knows.
Says confused Ron on Monday.
Ouch.
That's my plan.
There you go.
Well, cool deal.
Again, anybody in the chat, you're a young channel, you're beginning too, and would you like to be part of this? Get in touch with CNS Travels, Sherman. Let him know if you're available, and we could bring you on a Tuesday evening and bring you and talk to you and promote you and bring you out there. So get in touch with Sherman.
Yeah, we can bring you up, talk, get you some exposure, get people to meet you and learn who you are and start following your channels and play cookies from work on Saturday.
I think he meant to say Nookie or something like that.
Hooky, play hooky.
Hooky. Yeah, there you go, hooky.
And or if there's something with YouTube or editing or music or anything that you're like, well, how in the world does this work? Send us a question. Put a question in the chat, and we'll try to do a show about it. How to do it. I mean, if it's something that we know that we do, then we'll show you and tell you how to do it. If not, it may be something that another creator we know does. We'll pull them up here to go over and explain everything about how to do it, the best ways, and so forth. Because that's kind of what Tuesday nights is all about, is just helping each other and helping each other grow and figuring out, learning new things. So just let us know, and we'll see what we can't make it happen.
Okay, don't follow that advice.
I missed it. I was typing. I missed what the advice was.
Something about calling in sick. Just kidding. No,
I did see that.
Call in sick.
He's gonna have to call in dead.
You want to do that?
All in dead.
It's just too much
That's
trouble.
old man.
Trust me, I've done it before.
Let's see.
Too many explanations.
Oh, so it's nice. Yeah, it's full. Yeah, I mean, you know, most YouTubers watch YouTube to figure out stuff. But you know, at least the way we try to do it anyway is, you know, if you have a certain question about a certain part of it, we try to focus on that, not the easy answer to the broad product.
The spectrum, yeah. Yep. Amen to that.
I'm sure you're going to do great with your channel and having it. Yep, that's right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You seem to have the personality for it, so yes.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Lady at work,
after that first video, you took right off.
I told a coworker about the channel. I don't even know how we came upon the discussion because I don't walk around work going, "Hey, did you know?" But we came across that subject, and so she was like, "I'm gonna go watch." And so when I walked by her desk again to go get another cup of coffee, she goes, "Girl, you are a vibe." I was like, "Yay, I'm a vibe."
There you go.
Yay!
Whatever that means, yeah.
I think it's a good thing.
Yep. That's right. That's a good thing. So, see, that's one person watching. She's gonna tell somebody else, and just keep on going.
Well, you know it, yeah.
Yep.
Boom, 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 everywhere.
Cool. Yeah, but then you have a few folks that pop in. You know, you don't know if you can believe what they're telling you or not. You have to wait and see how it works out.
Yeah.
Not calling any names or anything there, but anyway.
I am a vibe. I'm gonna have that on my T-shirt.
Yeah.
I am a vibe.
Hey, there you go. Cruise vibes.
I like it.
Well, does anybody in the chat have a question? Wow, what are you talking about, Ron?
You putting it on my T-shirt?
I mean, we didn't call you Don or nothing. I don't know what you talking about, Ron.
Yeah. Chill out, bro.
Cruise Vibes would be a great name of a channel, though.
Oh yeah.
So if anybody needs a new channel,
That's I at the beginning when I came up with my name, I just happened to fill it up just to put something, and it kind of stuck around. And then by having studios in it, it means I could put whatever the hell I want in here. So that's one reason I did that. My channel, the whole thing started with one of my grandnieces. I just happened to be here down in Georgia as hanging out, looking out, for the house before we moved in. And she says to me, "So what are you going to do now that you're retired?" I said, "Well, there's always baseball. There's all the stuff I could do." And then she says, "Give me your phone. Let me do something." Like, "What are you doing to my phone?" She goes, "Don't worry. Check this out." At the time, she's 14. And back and forth, she finally gets me back the chance as the phone. And then she says, "You have a YouTube channel." Like, "I have a what?" I have no idea. I knew about YouTube, but I didn't know about how to get involved in this, how to do videos or anything like that for this media. And she just gave me the phone and says, "Here, play with it." And so the first, I would say the first few months, we did a lot of filming, me and her drawing and putting stuff together and playing around and stuff like that. But then around August, that's when I say, I need to get serious into this. Then I started asking people to subscribe and stuff like that. And little by little, 4 years later, boom. Mm-hmm. So, and it's still growing. So I'm still pushing and still going.
Yeah. That's it.
Yep.
Chris wants to know the top 5 thoughts on a great ship tour video.
One of your main things will be, one of the main things will be what to do on the ship. Another one will be the restaurants. Maybe the bars. Where are all the bars at? what to do when you go to port and where you go to go to port, and what to do in your own cabin if you spend any time there at all. That'd be things to look into. And again, try to film accordingly to what you want in your idea. What should it be? Because not everybody's gonna look at your video or somebody else's the same way. Everybody films differently. Everybody has an idea of what to film in there. Me, when I do food, I usually take pictures, and I don't talk about it if it was bad or good or whatever, because everybody experience is different. Every taste is different. There might be something different on a restaurant that you go next time you go, thinking that you're gonna go by what I said. Oh, this didn't happen. Why did not it didn't happen? Or it didn't taste like you said it did. No, to limit all that, I just say we went to Moderno. We had the meats and this, and that. I put a few pictures of it. Let it go, because, like I say, everybody's idea is different. Everybody's taste is different. I can't have not too much spicy stuff, but sometimes I will let one or two things hit me, and when they hit, they hit. So, and again, I keep that to myself, not on the video. You may see me sweating or something in it because it's a little hot for me. But moving on, I try to limit my experience to myself. This is my experience that I had, and that's why when you see what I went through, it doesn't mean this is what you're gonna go through when you come do it. Everybody goes to different cruise lines. Also, every cruise line is different too. We tend to like one specific cruise line that me and Alice go to a lot, but we will also go to different other cruise lines also. So there's some people out there that are love. Oh, you can't even say anything bad about this cruise line because they're the best. That's your opinion. So maybe to me they're not that great. So sometimes this mouth doesn't hold anything. If I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna say it. But at the same time, I try to keep that as much as limited as I can, because, like I said, I want you to experience when you go on a cruise line, on a ship by yourself. Sometimes, what's going to happen here? I don't know. Every day is different. Yeah. Maybe when I went, they were doing this. Maybe when you go, it's going to be something different. It happened to Jeremy. Sure wanted to know about NCL a lot, and I kept telling them, I'm not telling you anything. Once you get on that ship, when we got into that Prima, they went freaking nuts because it was so different from what they were used to it. And I kept telling them, I'm not telling you how it's going to be because I want you to live the experience. That's why we go on vacations, to enjoy the vacation. Remember, when you go on a cruise ship, you go there to enjoy first. Filming is second. So I treat it, then that's when I treat it as a hobby. When I'm on the ship, so I try to film as much as I can, but at the same time, I might not film a lot in one day. So yes, I am loyal to no cruise lines, and I agree with that. So there's one we do like a lot. We continue to build up a nice rhythm there, but at the same time, there's a lot more cruise lines now out there where I enjoy going and seeing new ships and new flavors, because that's how I look at it, like flavors. So yes, Mark and Cheryl, come to Helen next year.
Yeah,
definitely. Mark and Gerald need to come.
Yeah,
for sure.
And somebody here too needs to come too.
I'm planning on coming. I've got it. I think I've already put it in the family calendar. I just need to book my room up at the hotel, and I'm going to do that when I come back from this next cruise.
Good. All right. Remember, March 19, 20, and 21st next year.
I have it in my calendar.
It kind of changed a little bit next year. It was like a little off the hidden path, but there's reasons for it. So that's why we're doing it on those days.
There, 7th annual Helen, Georgia meetup. It's on the calendar. Oops.
Bada bing, bada boom.
It's on the calendar. Right
Mr. Darion will be very happy.
It is in the calendar. And I think my husband will probably come if he can get the day off on that Friday. I don't know if he can or not because he keeps using his personal time. So he might have to have a doctor's appointment that day.
You could leave. You could get there a little later, though. No, that's no big deal. And
Oh
also
no, I'm
tell him to
planning on
bring his
doing that
bike.
morning. He may have to drive his own car,
Oh, well, there you go.
or I'll ride with you, and he can
There
come
you
get
go.
me.
Yeah. Tell him to bring his bike. He'll probably enjoy cycling up there too. So there's some nice hills up there where he could.
He
He
has
can ride.
cycled up there and raced up there
There
before.
you go. So yes, good.
So he's very familiar with Helen. So we might not see much of him because he'll be on his bike, but
Hey,
he'll show up for dinner.
Enjoy. That's the whole thing to do. Enjoy. And Hikinuki, I would love that too because I am definitely looking forward to meet you guys. Yes. Same thing with you guys. More. That's right.
I
Yeah.
Looking at what Gerald said here, I am along those lines. Give your experience and let people decide for themselves. Even with restaurant tours, if you tell or experiences, if you tell me I had the steak and it was not all that good, but I'm looking at the picture going, well, it might not have been good to you, but it looks amazing. I'm likely going to order
Yes.
it and make that decision for myself.
Thank you.
So-
Thank you. That's my point.
But even if you didn't like it, I will take that into consideration. But I don't put a whole lot of emphasis or stock in something that someone who I don't know tells me the food is disgusting. Now, if my mom and I were to go out to eat and she said, "Oh, do not order the steak from here. It is awful." I'm going to not order the steak from there because I know my mother and I trust my mother. But if some random stranger says that steak is disgusting, but I'm looking at it going, "Oh, it doesn't look disgusting to me," I'll make my own decision. But I think it's going back to what Chris was saying about the top 5. I think you got to find that balance of being objective, but also giving your opinion on it as well. And maybe you don't want that to be the same video. Maybe you want it when you're doing your ship tour, you're just giving the factual, this is the Lido deck, here is the buffet, here is the pool, here is the gym, here's the spa. Then you could do a video talking about your experiences, when you got your wife. I heard
You gave me a paper clip.
I want to
We're
say
gonna
that. Who was it, Chris? I think it might have been Chris. Chris, did you do a question on Royal Caribbean Live blog asking about spa services? I thought I heard you say something. I was listening to that. Hope I'm not giving something away if your wife is watching. But
hey, Ryan.
But yeah, you could go in and talk about that experience. Like, I got my wife, a trip to the hair salon on the spa, and she got the best blowout ever, or whatever, and that could be a completely different video from where you said, here is the salon on the ship, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's, like I said, everybody's going to have a different opinion on stuff. So you just do what your experience and let them try it for themselves. But at least you're showing them, what it is. And, as far as the tour, I think you can do it a couple ways. And I think different people like them different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You can do one, like Eddie said, you can have it sectioned off where you just do one video for restaurants, one video for bars, and different, break it up like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can do floor by floor. It's all in how you want to do it, how you like to watch a tour is how to go out and do it. I don't do a lot of ship tours. I mean, I'll do sections here and there, but nothing, a whole ship.
Yeah.
One of the last cruises I tried, I said, all right, I'm gonna do one. So I got up and went out there like at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning, start walking around. There was people everywhere. I said, what in the world? I'm going back to bed.
Yeah. I don't think there's any wrong way to do the tour. I think you have to figure out what best fits your vibe, since we're talking about vibes. What fits you best? Are you one that wants to walk around and talk about, the things that you're seeing? or are you one that just wants, because I know I've watched a lot of your videos where you show whatever it is you're showing with the music playing. Great video I watched today, by the way, of you leaving Port Miami. But you had the music playing, and it was, you didn't talk about, we're pushing off and, we're turning around or whatever. But it was a great video, and it was just you did you. And for me to come in and say, well, this is how you should have done this, you do you. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed your video. I don't know that would have been how I would have talked about leaving Miami or showed leaving Miami, but that's not me. I don't know how to do that yet. So I'm going to have a video out and I'm going to be like, hey, and we are pushing off, and oh, we're in the turn basin, so we're going to turn now or whatever,
Hey, but it's like you said, you just be you, and that's the way you do it. And you'll have people that's what they want to see. They want to see it that way, or they want to see it another way. I think what you were saying, that kind of goes back to what they're talking about. It's tough to find the spotlight. You just got to be that C word again. You just got to stay consistent and be you. Just keep putting it out there, and the right people will find it, and then they'll be there. You'll go through a lot of people to get there, but just keep chugging along and doing you. Don't go in and try to change your videos or your channel to attract more people. You just keep being you, because if you change to attract more people, you'll wind up losing them down the road, because you'll eventually turn back into yourself, and then those people won't be there anymore.
Yeah.
So just keep being you.
That's right.
And I find value in the various different approaches to showing the ship. Scrolling down a little bit to Ryan's there, where he talks about doing the longer ship tours. He says those are his bread and butter, and I see the value in both of those. If I'm book, or I rarely ever research a ship before I book it. I book a ship because, hey, it sounds like fun. I like the itinerary. The most I'll actually research is what class of ship it is, and is it a big ship, small ship, how old is it? It's not going to necessarily deter me. It just gives me an idea of what I'm getting myself into. Thus the reason why I'm cruising on Radiance of the Sea. I had booked Rhapsody of the Sea, long story. But it's an older ship. I'm not turned off by that, but I just wanted an idea of it. But then once I knew that I was going on this ship, then I wanted to start seeing the ship tours. And so I might see a long ship tour, especially when it came out of dry dock, because Radiance of the Seas just came out of dry dock. So a lot of folks were talking about, just came out of dry dock. Well, I didn't know what to compare it to before, so that really didn't make much difference to me. But I did see the value in those longer videos, like Ryan is saying that they do. But then I also see the value of, hey, we're just going here to this bar, or hey, here is what a balcony cabin or an interior cabin looks like. And, you've got just a 3, 4, 5 minute video. So I see the value in both, and it just depends on what I'm looking for at the time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Ryan and Mel do some good ship tours. And like you said, I'm sure everybody has seen them and watched them. If you haven't, go check them out. But they do from top to bottom, front to back, everything. It's real detailed and broke up into sections. So if it's something that you don't really interested in, you're interested in a certain thing, then you can go to that section. But they do good. But that's good for some people. Some people it may not be, like you said.
Right.
Ron says, and this is kind of what we do. We research the ship more after we book it than beforehand. So, we can see what we kind of expect and where things are and that kind of stuff. So,
yep.
Yeah, I don't do a deep dive into a video or into a ship before I book it. I just want some very basic information.
Yeah. Consistency, like we talked about earlier, consistency is difficult. That's hard because life happens. You know, if you've got a full-time job, you got to do that. Take care of the house. You know, if you got a spouse, you got kids, you got sports, you got church. You know, different things. But try to find that little bit of time and figure out a schedule to where you can get stuff done. And you know, if you got a day that you can edit stuff, hopefully you get to a point to where you can edit, you know, a couple videos that day and schedule them to come out later on. So you've got that flexibility in there.
Yep.
But I know it's hard to have a day to edit, you know, and sometimes it takes several days to edit one video, depending on what you're doing and what you got. So let's see.
Gerald, was that the one where he was leaving Port Miami? I think that was posted today. That one really was good. I watched it while I was working. I had it playing, listening to the music, looking over at it. It was very good.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, and I think Chris and Eddie's got a, you know, they and Randy too, doing the accessible tour type, showing, you know, how to get around. Because I think, you know, with those types of tours, especially, it can maybe open up some more people to cruise that hadn't cruised before, because they would have some limitations, but they can see that while they're showing them with the accessible cabins and how to get around and how to do things, that, well, hey, wait a minute, I can, you know, they're doing, I can do. And so maybe it will open up to some people to take a chance and go on a cruise that wouldn't otherwise.
Yeah.
That scooter, I'm telling you, my scooter is opening a whole new world now.
No. Yeah. Doing all kinds of tricks on it. And
yeah.
Wheelies.
Right.
Yeah. Wheelies,
wild, man.
Turning sideways in the road, blocking traffic.
Giving out all my secrets.
Yeah. No, Zach did that. Zach plastered it everywhere. So, enjoy seeing it come to life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, once a week is not feasible. Yeah.
I'm always editing. I'm always filming. I'm always doing something. Papa Willie had.
Let's see.
And nobody filmed it.
A lot of folks get on here and, like, especially I see it during the day. A lot of us will say, you know, working and lurking while someone's doing a live. But I've seen a lot of folks say, oh, I'm listening to the live and I'm editing a video. So sometimes you just have to squeeze that in when you can. Of course, you can't do that while you're working your full-time job, because I know this. I work a full-time 9 to 5, so to speak. So I know, you know, you can't necessarily do that kind of thing while you're working. You have to give your employer their full time.
Right.
But when you're home, if you're chilling out watching TV or you're on YouTube or whatever, you can have something playing in the background while you're editing over here. I'm looking at getting another computer so I can have one computer that I can see this and another computer I can do, you know, the other.
Yeah, and I think the multitasking part, I think you're right. Editing does take focus. But I think the more you edit, the more you get comfortable with it, the more a lot of it becomes second nature. So it's more memory, muscle memory doing it. And that's when you can start, you know, having another live or video playing and while you're doing the edit. All right. Good night, Keith. Appreciate you being here.
Yes, Saturday.
Be a Saturday. But so yeah, I mean, I sometimes I'll do it. I'll start editing stuff, and watching something else, and then sometimes they get to a point I like, all right, I got to shut one of them down. You know, I'm trying to get too involved into the chat that's going on, or I need to concentrate more on the editing, and so I have to shut one down. Catch one because I'm addicted to these chats. So
I feel that so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, see, that's one thing with lives. You ain't got to edit.
Right. That's the biggest appeal to me on the Sunday sips is it's just,
Right.
it's raw. It is what it is.
Right. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. It still takes work to do a live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to do your thumbnail. You got to write a description. You got to come up with a title. You got to schedule it. You got to send everybody that's going to be on the panel and get the invites. You got to make sure you got different things. You know, if you need to want to show a picture, or you want to show a video during it, or whatever it is.
You got to learn how to do it.
You got, it takes time to put that stuff in there.
Right.
But it's not editing
right.
a video. So let's see. It's up 7 cameras and 1 down. Focus.
Too many cameras.
That's way above my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is me. This is all you're gonna get right here.
I'm gonna get my son to start doing my videos. I'm gonna be like, here's all the footage.
All right.
There's no telling what I'd get. I say that because he's just walked the dog. He just came downstairs.
He's probably gonna do his own idea, and then it might not be the idea you wanted, but hey,
right.
It's done. So,
Ron, on your thumbnail, just put Darlene up there and the title of what you're going to be. Call it done.
now, I already got it set up, saved, and boom, done.
We love filmmaking, so yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, if you're using several cameras at the time, I say you a little
more
more
production,
more production. You out there in Hollywood doing your thing.
For real.
Yeah, but yeah, Trish, you got to have stuff you can throw up there at any time. So you can have a change your background. Eddie likes this one. So.
No, it's ELS, no CNS. I keep telling you, ELS.
Oh, come on, Eddie. You know you like that.
Of course, I got to kick out of it.
But then that's the one he really likes there.
That looks pretty yummy.
It was.
And that's what the whole thing looked like.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. We don't have a after. The whole plate was bones.
Jeff, sauce all over.
But that's because he's the pimp. So.
You gotta be careful with Sherman. He's just quick with making things.
Yeah. I mean, don't stress, Ron. Just put Darlene. That's what everybody goes to the lives to watch and to see is Darlene anyway. So just put her picture up there, and
nobody there to see you.
Will be done. Not always 7, but up to that. Whew. Drone, handheld, vehicle mount. Man.
What are you doing, man?
Of course, that's about like Eddie now. He's got a mount on his scooter riding around filming. Everybody
what
thinks
are you doing?
Camera.
What are you doing?
Wait a minute.
Really? You don't have a clip?
Hey.
Keep going, shot sprinkling. Oh, that's good. Saying hey to Miss Alice.
Yeah, I was just talking to her. So
yeah. So, do you have tacos ready for her when she got home?
Oh, well, I wasn't ready when she got home because I woke up about 6. Somebody sent a bunch of texts and woke me up from my headache.
Right.
But I right there I did some quick maneuvering and went in the kitchen and cooked some ground beef and threw some tacos in the oven and she's pretty full.
Got it taken care of, so you ain't in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right. Well, we're just past the 2-hour mark, so
Check that out.
ain't
See?
that something?
Mm-hmm.
See how time flies?
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but does anybody have any more questions that we hadn't talked about that you just ain't gonna be able to sleep tonight without knowing the answer to?
Otherwise, ask me tomorrow morning on the morning quickie.
That's right.
7 in the morning. Yeah.
Carry it on
Right.
over.
So, let's see.
Time does fly. Amen to that.
Time flies very. Yep, that's right. So, well, if nobody's got anything else. Like we said, if you think of something later, did Eddie get a good nap today? I think time-wise, yeah. Quality, I ain't so sure about.
I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. It's not the nap that I expected to have, but I'll tell you all about it tomorrow.
Let him sleep on it and tell you tomorrow.
Yes. Thank God that my headache is gone. So
That's good.
you guys kept me busy and animated up here and worked out.
Right. Well, Ron, appreciate you coming by.
Yes.
Maybe you can get your thumbnail finished before you have to go to work in the morning. So, all right. Well, Trish, appreciate you being here.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
very
having
much.
me. I enjoyed it.
Anytime you want to be on and come up, just let me know and we can make something happen.
All right.
I know a guy, so we can make things happen.
There you go. Just be like, hey, I want to crash the party.
Yeah, hey, come on.
Will do.
All right. I reckon we'll get ready to get out of here and let everybody do whatever else they want to do tonight. Numbers are starting to drop down a little bit. We still got a pretty good crowd, but the questions are run out. And so I reckon we're going to get out of here. We'll be me and Eddie and 2 other Get Off My Lawn production people will be on tomorrow night.
Yeah.
8 o'clock. And we'll go to at least 9:30 and we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
I just like to say we'll be on until at least, because it may go over. Tonight was an hour. We're already at 2:07. So
there you go.
It is what it is. It works. But yeah, Get Off My Lawn tomorrow at 8. So we got, we'll talk about some cruise news and maybe tomorrow.
Galveston.
No, might be something about
Caribbean.
Galveston, so we'll just have to see how it plays out. But anyway,
Yep.
Appreciate everybody being in tonight, hanging out with us, and we'll see you tomorrow night or Eddie's channel tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
And Tricia on Sunday, and all of us probably Saturday night. So
Probably.
so, all right. Well, everybody have a good night. Appreciate everybody being here.